Stream. What a day it has been. So busy. Although, originally not that busy. Then all of a sudden, Snapshot. Snapshot 26.1-1. An historic snapshot. Not a big one though. Not loaded full of features and stuff or technical snapshots. So, I was about to go cook and stuff. And then I was like, hey, we'll make a snapshot video then. And now that video's been made. I've eaten. I'm feeling good. We're here to... Oh yeah, this thing. We're here to do some stuff on Hermitcraft. I was in the middle of doing a redstone thing. And I don't think I'll talk about it because... Well, we'll see. Maybe we'll come back to this. Like, it's hard to do redstone on camera, kinda. I mean, some parts of it are pretty alright. But other parts of it, you just need to, like, take time away from playing and, like, let the idea sit in your head and then it will come to you. I feel like I might be in that space more than the figure it out on stream space. You know? What we are going to do today is continue decorating this area. Going to experiment with doing what we did on the floor above on the ceiling down below. Welcome to everyone tuning in. Oh, I need to clear my throat a little bit. Happy Tuesday. Thank you. Do you feel performance anxiety when doing redstone on lives? No, it's not an anxiety thing. It's a... Like your cognitive capacity is reduced when you stream because you are multitasking consistently. That's the problem. It's the consistent multitasking. Ah, we might need to go make some moss. That's the thing that's a bother. Because my attention is constantly, you know, in two different spaces. Communicating, trying to figure it out, and like... The idea for the circuit that I just destroyed down there came to me, and it was much better than the idea I had before, but then I realized there was a flaw of it, so I was like, well, you know what, I'll leave it there, and then it'll probably, another idea will come to me and I'll figure it out, so... I just feel like sometimes it works better that way. Yeah, so we're going to run out of moss, that's for sure. That's the thing that's going to happen. I'll put these things in here for now, somewhere. What was I doing the other day? There was like a little trick. Yeah, if I don't want to run the chest up the top, I can just pop stuff in there and it goes through the sorter. So whenever I've got stuff that I know goes into bulk storage, I can just plop it in the bottom bit. Like all of this goes into bulk. So if I plop it into the bottom bit, it does that. I also, well, unless it's full. I also realized if I just point this hopper here into there, that's where all the shulker boxes go. So they just get separated that way, which is just awesome. So I did that. Jess D14, thank you for 3 months. Your latest episodes are great. Thank you. Thank you. I've really been trying to make this season's episodes special, you know. Aussie Joe coming in with some gifted subs. Lemon Lad. Acro. Saba Jez. Plaffini Lymph. Floppy Jumpy TV, you'll be gifted subs. Be sure to say thanks in the chat. You love that the episodes are longer. Yeah, I did. I decided that I feel like I would put more in them and make them feel bigger by going longer with them. But after the 8th episode, I'm going to change tactic and not keep it so structured. So we'll see how that pans out. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of wondering about doing a few things. I've been thinking a lot about like animations and stuff in the base, and one thing I could do is put some comparators up the top on those chests and then have it do some lights. But this floor down here is actually a whole lighting thing for the storage, so we won't bother with that. Storage room looks very dark. That is rather intentional. Let's pop back up to the one above. This room up here has some really good dimensions. We got that like 3 high chest thing, except we cover that. So then the top bit's kind of there. There's kind of literally 1 block of clearance, and then you have the roof. So Oh, sometimes you don't feel something in your throat until you start talking, right? I was completely unaware that I was feeling like this. You're currently working on Christmas cards you need to give out. Cool. Yeah, I've never done that. The whole cards thing I just don't bother with. That's just me, man. That's just my style, yo. Yeah, because like, there's this extra block of clearance here. And I feel like we might even want to take advantage of that. I could see that being kind of alright. Yeah, I reckon we want a lip around the top there. And then maybe fill in some of this space with like extra blocks. I reckon that would work pretty well. So then these blocks would go directly onto that. Okay then. Well, I'm gonna play it simple. Simple and hopefully effective. I mean, there is an alternative here that we don't use that stuff and we use mud. But I think whatever way we do it, we're going to still use these blocks. So what I'm thinking is that we need this. Then we're going to need stuff out of the ender chest. Like honeycomb and an axe. Does anyone know if Xisuma will still be live around 9 PM UK time? Yeah, I should still be live then. Only for a bit. When was the last time I ate? Well, I just had dinner, so like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago. And that is a good cup of tea to follow it down. Oh, I think I might just have to stand here and stare at you while I hold on to this mug. It's warming my hands up. You've learned how useful scaffolding can be for building. It's terrific, yeah. Just finished the snapshot video. The lighting change seems like a low-key big deal. Yeah, I think it's going to fix some like edge cases, like quirks that maybe one day you'll notice aren't there anymore, but otherwise it looks like it's the same deal, you know? I like that they're continuously like optimizing stuff under the hood and whatnot. That's got to be good for the game. Alright, so maybe what I want is some stone just to go behind here. Let's punch away some of these blocks as well. And then collect them back. Of course I would. Of course I collect them. You know what make light work of little things like that. Having the magnet equivalent, like an enchantment or something. The more time goes by, the more I like that idea. Feels like a bit of a no-brainer. When you realize just how many little moments you waste time faffing around trying to pick up items. Just a little minor magnet. Nothing crazy, just a few blocks distance, and it'll make a world of difference. Pimblavlo, thank you ever so much for your Prime subscription. I apologize if I butchered the name. I imagine it's quite likely that I butchered the name, but thank you for tuning in. Gonna go ahead and go 1, 2. Oh no, got the shield on. Now here, I don't know what blocks I'm gonna put here. Maybe I could put shulker boxes just for the heck of it. Let's go craft these into stairs. That should be more than enough. Zaza says, I love your streams. I'm glad you enjoy them, my dude. Honestly, I'd watched so many edits of you today. It was so nice. All of them? What do you mean by watched edits? Sabra, you got gifted a sub? Yeah, thanks for saying thanks in the chat. What other enchantments do you think could be included in the game? Off the top of my head, I'm not really sure, but just the magnet idea feels so right. Feels so right to me. Yeah, we'll take that. Edit could be your highlight clips. What are my highlight clips? What are we talking about? Oh my god. I'm looking for a reply as well. I'm probably not going to get one, am I? Like, people have made a view on TikTok about how nice of a person you are. Oh, wow. Do you mean where people, like, chat about just, oh, I watched this YouTuber, and then they just say some stuff about him? Because that's something I noticed when I first went onto TikTok. Well, I say first went on. It's just a memory of going onto TikTok and, like, seeing how the hashtags works, and then there was just some girl who was just, like, talking about me, and, like, all of her little TikToks were just, I don't know, like, hey, today Xisuma uploaded this episode and he did that and this, and they just as if you were chatting to a mate about it, and I was like, all right, this is different. Compilation little videos of you. Okay, compilation videos, right. No, it's like clips of you talking to other people and you playing your guitar. Oh, right, okay, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. Random Anxious Girl says TikTok is very different, yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you're chatting about, hey, I'm watching this YouTube video and here's my opinion on it, you know, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But then, pretty quickly, this stuff overlaps into, like, big real world stuff. Stuff with consequences. You know, stuff that's actually quite difficult to, like, figure out and know about that we usually leave to professionals. And so you can go on a TikTok and be bombarded by a deluge of information from random people who may be completely unqualified to tell you about it. And, you know, that's what I kind of realized in that moment, like, is, yeah, this is the problem with this platform, is, like, you want to talk about some Minecraft YouTube videos that you watched and what you think about them? Not a problem. But there's other topics. I'll let y'all do the math in your head. And it's like, oh, well, now anyone can talk, and where did they learn this thing that they're telling you? Did they go to school or did they hear it on a podcast? You know? That's my concern. And I will forever repeat myself, because I want y'all to just be armed with the idea so that you can think a little bit more when you encounter that type of content. You know what I mean? X, are you worried about channels like Veritasium being sold to private equity firms? Do you think it'll affect YouTube? I'm not aware of that. It doesn't sound great, but it tends to be the sort of thing where it's like, well, this depends on what happens next, right? Because in life you tend to hear horror stories, you know, about something gets sold to this firm and then they rinse it for money, and that's sad. But you tend not to hear, you know, hey, did you hear about this thing that got sold to that company and they managed it really well and now there's no problems with it anymore? Like, that's not a story. That's not how the news cycle works. You probably started to doze off while I said that. You know, boring. Tell me about something horrible that happened, please. That's how the media cycle normally works. Yeah, this is good. I've got a feeling I might go with mud on the ceiling. I just feel like this will look weird. And I have some ideas to, like, bring in some rooted... Well, I was going to say rooted something, but just roots. I forget what they're called. Those root blocks. You know the ones I'm on about. I'm going to bring in some of those. Oh, I don't want to go down. But they might not really fit the vibe. Might just be good to go mud again. And now you want to look and all this stuff's in the way, of course it is. It's all in the way. It's going to be a bit flat. That's all right. Now, if it were a darker block, it would look dark. But there's light. There's light going up there. There's light a little too close to it. I think I need to settle my mind on what goes into that space. I'm sort of thinking something with tinted glass. Cosmic saying we got good fans on TikTok and the edits have been wholesome. That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. Random Anxious Scale says there's channels out there that target kids. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me to hear that. One of the stories I heard was about like lots of AI artificially generated channels, like constantly pumping out nonsense. But like every now and then, some of it like hits the algorithm and attracts viewers, and it's like, oh, you know, there's a lot of misinformation in it and stuff. Will I make another video of me playing guitar? Yeah, at some point I will. I'm sure of it, but probably sometime next year. Whenever the pace cools off a bit with doing the Hermitcraft stuff, which I think this is my like last consistent episode for this year, and then next year I'm not gonna like push a schedule on myself or anything. I'm just gonna really like lean into an idea at a time, and then however long that takes is just that is what it is, right? So I'm kind of thinking tinted glass here, and then what we put behind it might be interesting. But this will also, for the time being, stop light coming through. Possibly there's a bit too much light coming through our chests here. That's another thing we're going to control at some point. So if we pop into this area, move the light sources further backwards. Yeah, they're pretty close at the moment. Like, they could be all the way back here. We'll have control over that when we get round to it. Yeah, so I'm looking at that ceiling and I'm just thinking it'll make more sense if it's dark. That's one thing. And if I go and add some hanging roots and stuff, I feel like it would ask for a bit more shape, and it's not like we have slabs that we can fit in there. My gut is just telling me don't do that, basically. It's like a nice idea, but that's probably not going to pan out. So I think we'll go get some mud and the other type of mud. My issue of AI vids is they start with a famous person in a real interview and then it becomes AI. That's probably the trick to get you through the door, you know? I mentioned recently, I'm pretty sure I got tricked into some like Brian Cox AI videos. A boy, like it really fooled me. And when I say that, it's like, it's because I wasn't suspecting it, you know? Just the way he would start talking about this strangeness in the universe, and if you think about this and that, I didn't cotton on until it came across one where I was like, that kind of sounds like you're sort of turning everything on its head a little bit there, and then I started to think, you know, there's something curious about these videos. It's just non-stop him talking, fact after fact. And now that I've listened to a couple of them, I'm starting to feel like, wait, didn't you say something different about that last time? And then I looked at how many videos are on the channel, and then I was kind of like, oh, this is not good stuff, you know? This looks dodge. The thing that gave it away, I was starting to get suspicious. The thing that gave it away was when it said, all of a sudden he started saying like, oh, can you subscribe to the channel and all this, and I was like, that doesn't sound like something Brian Cox would say. And then, you know, does he even have a YouTube channel? Like, I thought I was just listening to some clip of him talking from something that he did. Yeah. Heyo, came from TikTok. Couldn't believe you were only at 2 digits. Figured you'd be here as well. Yeah, I imagine viewership on TikTok is, you know, it's whatever it is. I noticed when I first started streaming over there that they give you really big numbers, and then they dwindle pretty quick. Because they have like algorithms, you know. If they got a new streamer, they're gonna give them some numbers to look at, you know, to make you go, ooh, better keep streaming on here, son. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, hi, Jem. Hey. Hi. Hey. Are you here for some wings?
Yeah.
Yeah?
The ones I'm already wearing, actually.
Yeah, you wanted to record a bit. I'm live, by the way. Is that all right?
Like 10 seconds.
10 seconds, dang. Okay.
It's like nothing.
Should we try and make it even shorter? Like, hi, can I have some wings? Here you go. Bye.
We just have to recreate the moment. And so your chat has context. I got these wings, but we're being talked over by no less than 7 people because it was a stream clip. So I was like, well, it'd be more useful for the video if I just had X's clean voice. So
we could record the clean voice and then you could put it over that footage if you want. I'll do it whatever way you want though.
This works.
Okay, cool. So
the
I need
YouTube
those
audience
wings
and the
back.
stream audience is confused. All right, hold on. Let me get that out of my hotbar. Get the fireworks out of my hotbar. There you go.
But wait a minute, these are enchanted.
Yeah, it's all right.
So I got to give you some that aren't enchanted, right?
Nah, it doesn't have to be that consistent. You're crazy. They don't look at it that hard.
Let's head upstairs. This is the spot where I keep the wings though. So just in this little room here. All right. So how do you want to do this then?
I'm gonna walk in and ask for wings, and you're gonna throw me those wings that you already had. And this will be a good inside joke for the stream audience because they'll know that we had to do this bit. But there'll be like some of the passive YouTube audience who don't know that we had to do this bit. Okay, be there in a second.
Cool. Oh, hey, Jem.
I need wings.
Fancy seeing you here. You need wings?
I need wings, please.
Oh, let me hook you up. I have some wings for you. Look, they're already enchanted. Isn't that amazing?
The best.
And they're free.
I also happen to already have fireworks. Thanks, X.
Brilliant. How coincidental that was, eh?
Perfect. That's literally all I need. I love recording videos out of order. It's really good and works really well, and it doesn't throw the audience off at all.
It's easy, and yeah. I know what you mean, though. You want that continuity. You want them to understand what's going on.
Well, yeah. It's just the video. I want the video to flow a certain way so that if you've never watched Hermitcraft before, it all just makes sense. Like, but if you're in on the joke, then you're in on it, so it's still fine.
Yeah.
So, you know, it works both ways.
I know.
All right. Well, thank you.
You're most welcome. If you need anything else, let me know.
Thanks.
There we go. And the Oscar goes too. Thanks. Right. What were we doing? Oh, yeah, we were about to do this. Man, those blocks look weird on top of the tinted glass. What are we talking about as well? TikTok? Probably TikTok. What do I need? Oh, man, I'm just like out of my flow all of a sudden. Right. I need those. Oh, it makes 24 of them? Dang. Almost let those blocks despawn. I can't believe Hermitcraft is actually scripted. It's not scripted. Like, what you saw is what you got. Jem told you exactly what was going on. Right? It's just for the continuity of the video to kind of, like, get that moment in there. You know? Okay, that looks kind of weird, honestly, but... that might be a really cool spot to have a copper golem just going back and forth. Well, and there's chests the other side, so then I'd have to use trapdoors. Should we put in a free roaming golem with some trapdoors and just thinking, then the trapdoors let light through and or maybe I put the trapdoors on the front and rip out the tinted glass. Yeah, let's just do the rest of the episode of mouth noises, right? I'm just trying to think which trapdoor, because Acacia's gonna be a bit saturated. I don't want to throw in a lot of contrast up there. Hey, Hagen chat. Yo! X, I've updated the locator heads mod to fix the compass lettering. Yeah, dude, I was going to mention this. Okay, like you can see it like doubles up. But when I press T, it goes away. So I just found another bug. Also, if you use it at the same time as flashback, when you press F1, or you do rendering, I forget which way around it is, but if you jump into it, you'll see like the letters appear in the flashback. It's really odd, but thank you for the amazing mod, my dude. It's awesome. Yeah, I think the crimson might be a little too saturated. But the thing with the crimson is it's sort of the right color ish, but It's also going to be dark up there, so we might... Oh, I think we might get away with that. I think we'll get away with that. It's a pop of a slightly different color, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. All right, we found what we're doing next, chat. You know, that works. Oh wait, I only made 4. Gonna need 1 more, aren't I? Needing 1 more at the ends. So many ads. You getting lots of ads? That's Twitch. That's Twitch for you. I'll probably do some more streaming on YouTube as we get closer to Christmas. I feel like once I get my last couple of videos done, then it'll be like there'll be none of that in the back of my mind. You know what I mean? And then we'll do some streams on YouTube to kind of make it a little Christmassy. I'm thinking I need to come up with an idea to like do a little Christmassy thing with some other hermits. Like make something special of it, you know? Hoping to do that. Like do some special... I don't know what will make them special yet, but some sort of special streams where we stream on Twitch and YouTube. But not until we're like over this bit. So no stream on the 27th. Nah, I won't be streaming on the 27th, sorry. Like once Christmas comes around, I'm taking a break for a while. Just gonna have some time off. So I kind of want one of those. I kind of got a bunch of them that I could walk a distance to get. You see, the thing is, it's like, do I walk a distance to get those, or do I use one of these, but then I got to grab some tools? It's like, do I want to walk over somewhere else, or do I want to rummage through a bunch of shulkers? The good thing for me is that I'm well organized. I'm well organized, chat. So we can do it here. That's fair, you're working through Christmas, unfortunately. Ah, that sucks. But, you know, someone's got to work at Christmas. Someone's got to keep the lights on, whatever you're doing. Thank you for doing what you do. Let's see. So that right there. Where are you? I mean, it's there. It's there, right? But I can't really see it moving. Did I? Wait, no, it could have turned... It probably turned straight into a statue, right? It probably turned into a statue straight away. Huh. That's why we can't really see it. You know, in the past... I'll tell you. Before I go on this little waffle, let me tell you where I heard this from. I mean, I sort of know it myself from when I was a kid, but I've been listening to classic XFM with Ricky Gervais. Why am I putting their names together the wrong way around in my head? Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Carl Pilkington. Right? They did these radio shows together. Back in the... Oh no, you're gonna get out of there. I know you are. Did I? No. Of course you are, because you're gonna see all the chests around here. Dang it! Look, multitasking never works. Why did I try and tell a story while I'm doing stuff? I'm an idiot. I gotta stop doing this. Do one thing at a time, always. Right, I need those so that I can... Boop, boop. Just about in time. Now you see the little eyes up there? And they'll just move around a little bit. I might put a second one in there at some point, but that's pretty cool for now. Alright. Not Classic FM. No, Classic XFM. I also like Classic FM. Pitching Rock says yes, they are the best. How many XFM fans have we got here then? Like who know what I'm talking about? Know the classic radio shows. They're from around like 2002 to like 2006, and then they turn into podcasts. Then they become the Ricky Gervais show. They're absolutely brilliant. They're basically conversations with an idiot, a lovable idiot, an idiot who's a nice guy, but like the way his brain works, it turns everything into comedy gold. And they're just brilliant. The birth of podcasting. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I've heard contradicting stories about, like, who got podcasting off the ground, and that's one of them. I've heard, like, you know, was one of the earliest and most popular. You still remember a TCAM promise from, like, 7 or 8 years ago? You're still not over it? Oh, I can't. Whatever I said, I'm not going to do that now. You're from a different country. Well, here's the cool thing. You can go online and hear it all on YouTube, right? Like, I've got all the radio shows on my computer from when I first discovered it, which was actually around the time that I started doing YouTube and doing Xisuma's World. So, as old as my channel was, like, when I discovered this stuff, and even then, it was a few years old, so that's even older. Oh, yeah, and they did the series where they make Cole miserable traveling around the world. Yeah, An Idiot Abroad, that's called. So, anyway, it used to be, they were discussing this in the show on one of the episodes. It used to be at Christmas that everything would basically shut down, right? Like, shops didn't open. You couldn't go out around the Christmas period and get stuff. Like, everything closed down for Christmas. And so, not as many people worked. Like, people had to keep the lights on and stuff, would have. But not in general, not as many people worked. And that's something that's changed big time. Now everything's available 24/7. It's open. You can probably get like an Amazon Prime delivery on Christmas Day, I'd imagine. It's crazy. Did that just go into here? It did. It popped across and went into there. So yeah, there used to be a time where things are different. And at Christmas everything was shut down, but it's not like that anymore. I'm kind of looking at this and the arrangement of stuff and just wondering if I can disguise things a little. Like I can put in some blocks around it to make it flow a little better. Be a little less clunky. I could even change out these blocks for something else. In fact, I think I will. I can kind of see a vision of something nicer already. Oh yeah, that's the point. Not everyone celebrates Christmas. Yes, you could, like, one of the things I remember being told is, like, you can go get a curry on Christmas Day because the Indian people don't celebrate it. And I've never done that though. I've never had a curry on Christmas Day, and I don't think I would. I like the Christmas tradition. The lever would be kind of hidden. That's the problem. We've got to hide the lever a little bit. You know, like, the damage potion should work because it's an undead mob. But, like, what if the way they coded it in the game, they forgot to classify it as such? Like, that would be so typical of Mojang. Then you'd be like, dang it, Mojang. Don't work. Your favorite Christmas tradition is eating way too many deviled eggs. What are deviled eggs? What are deviled eggs? Family actually had to spend time together back then. Hey, I still do family stuff at Christmas. The only thing that kind of sucks with it is, like, phones, man. Phones just take people out of each other's company so much. It's really, really kind of sad, actually. Like, the amount of family time now where it's like you're trying to talk to someone and they're just on their phone, and they're like, "What?" when you're talking to them, and it's, too much of that. Too much of that. I mean, you know, I can't say I don't use my phone and stuff, but I'm pretty... whoops. I'm pretty good at, like, minimizing my use, you know? And you just see it so much more once you give it up. So much more. Huh, what did you say? 'Cause I was on my phone, says the fat man. Oh, don't you even. Right, I think I can make the thing with the lever work pretty well, actually. So what we're going to do... Yeah, we're going to change up the way we've done the blocks here a little bit. I've kind of got some of the blocks I want right here. So... it won't exactly look some... I could technically put the block there to lock the hopper. then it could be symmetrical. All right, we'll do it symmetrical. Dang it, the shield. Like that. Then we'll put stair blocks in, is what I was thinking. What way around should I do this? Dang, I really need to go repair that pick at some point, right? So this goes in here and turn it into 4 of them. I panicked for a second. I was like, only 1? No, you get 4, you get 4. Then we need a lever. So another box comes out. Grab a lever. So that lever can go in the middle, and then it's still powering the same thing. So that can now come out. Nothing's draining out of there. That's good. And then you've done that. And then on top, we can make it look nice and tidy too. Look at this inventory, man. Look at this inventory stuff. Imagine going home to just be on your phone, might as well not go. Well, this is the thing, like, I think if people, like, sat down and looked at how much they're using their phone and stuff, hopefully they would sort of see it and figure it out, like, oh yeah. You know, I come out to see people and it's like, I've spent the entire time on my phone. One, two, three. Alright, so not perfect, but we've tidied up that pretty well. That actually looks really good. So it looks really quite decent. Now, I will say the light levels are a little on the low side, but we get to tweak that. We do get to tweak that. I'm kind of thinking maybe a little bit of light up there wouldn't be a bad thing. Probably glow lichen, but it would be a little too close. A little, I know it would be a little too close. It won't look right. And that little guy is desperately going to try and escape, isn't he? It's going to be like, chests. Let me see them chests, yo. Don't even try it, buddy. Yeah, I think we're 1 in the middle. That might not look so bad, you know. That might not look so bad. We'll do that, and then we'll start to put some of the... Is that the middle? I think that's the middle. Feels like the middle. Start to put some of the roof blocks in. Right. Your family is somewhat of a phone ban for Christmas, where the only thing we're allowed to do is take phone calls because multiple of us are on call jobs. You see, I really want to do that this Christmas, but it depends on others. Like, are they going to go for it or not, you know? I'd love to implement a phone ban because they suck. Wow, that is super dark. And that's kind of actually what I want. I think this is going to work, you know. You just watched the Snapshot video, you can't wait for the next game drop. Well, you know when it's coming out, like first thing next year. We'll start seeing the content for it. Any guesses as to what it might be? Am I concerned about mobs spawning with the low light levels? Well, no, because I'm not going to give them light to spawn in. Basically. Ow. I think a mob, some blocks, and some changes to an old one. Honestly, that is such a good bet. Like, that is a real safe bet. Real safe bet. I mean, or maybe like a new variant of the skeleton. You know, like that. That would probably be drop content, wouldn't it? My concern is that if they keep doing drops, it'll start to feel like we're not getting something big. We're just getting drip fed little bits, which will become less and less exciting. This is really going to work. I like how this room's coming together. The bit I'm most excited about, though, is down at this end. I've kind of got a... Oh, whoops. I've got a rough idea of what I'm going to do when we get down here. The parity update. They work on parity updates all the time. Like, there is a whole Snapshot cadence on Bedrock, like, devoted to parity. It just never seems to be able to catch up, though. It's almost like maybe each update introduces more separation and they can't keep in touch with it. You know it's early in the season, but what you've done that you're very happy with, those fake caves you did are awesome. I love them so much. Yeah, actually, I will go ahead and just say it, because I just built another one, right? I think the fake caves, as you've delightfully called them, they're like accidentally awesome. It's really weird because I put a load of effort pre-season into a lot of different things, and this was the one that I put the least into. I kind of just like looked at the floor, okay, created this little structure here, right? And then I was like, what blocks are we going to put around them? Oh, basalt and cobblestone. Done. Right, see you later. And then when I came to build it on the server, like I just did it like I thought it would do it, and it works better than I thought it would. You know, this was just the idea that I had. Put cobblestone and deep slate together, randomize it up, it'll look great. Turns out it does look really good. It's the favorite part of my base. Oh, wow. There is something to be said about it, though, isn't there? Like, you could probably scale it up a little bit, too. This is the newest cave, though, with our employee who refuses to work. And when I got to this bit here, it was kind of steep down to this new area, and I just felt like maybe this bit shouldn't be like this. So it's a bit more uniform, that bit. But yeah, the caves turned out amazing, right? If ever I want to continue doing stuff with them... Well, that's interesting, actually. Well, yeah, I guess I could continue in that direction. You just go through that little intersection. But yeah, this bit up here, I would probably expand. You made me think, though, like, it has been really fun. And there's probably a lot more that you could do with it. I think if I'm going to expand it further in the future, I'll probably come back to the idea and maybe try and sketch out something a little larger scale with a little more thought put into the story it tells. Like put in some structures that feel mechanical or something, you know? Like, try and tell a story with it a bit more, because it kind of just came together randomly. And I think if you look at it, you can see that, but it's also quite an effective look. I'm going to chuck a couple of things in here. That'll probably be it for now. Why not have that entrance to the copper? I don't know what that means. Entrance to the copper. Copper what? Copper what? Okay. Let's go ahead and put a little bundle of that together right there. Ah, back up we go. Perhaps look at the old-timey mining equipment for inspiration. That is what we're talking about. You are bang on the money there. That's the way you would do it. Look at the old-timey mining equipment and then piece it together. That's a really good idea. Alright, so now it's almost like we could do with a little bit more light in this room, which we can actually do. We can turn those dials as we slowly piece all the bits together. So the next place to probably put light would be underneath those hoppers down here. Like, we can put light sources there. But what level? What type? I think soul lanterns are higher than glow lichen. I have 8. Well, I have 7. Gonna need more than that. Or I could actually, because you can't see them, I should just use torches. Hello X, saw the YouTube video. Welcome over to Twitch, my dude. Just click up here like that. You see, I could even lower that by 1 block if I wanted to. That's the kind of like fine light level control we can have here. That's a little too bright. Just a little too bright for me. I think I want to lower it down by 2. I would like all of those back, if possible. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, that's, you know, a tiny bit brighter. Feels just about right. Then obviously we've got to look at this thing and figure that out. Chests can be a little bit ugly the way they tile. Like that. You get all that kind of like quirkiness as you move across. You see things behind it and stuff. But we'll surround it with blocks. And then we'll put some lights below it. This is where... we used bulbs last time because they're different light levels. Well, we have more options now. But not many that are full blocks, right? Full blocks with different light levels. Maybe glow lichen would even work again. Are you going to do something under the tinted glass on the floor like FedExB did? Yep, there is magic underneath that floor. Don't you worry about it. That was actually the inspiration. Good spot, by the way. Good spot. That was totally the inspiration for doing this. You know what? I think maybe I should have put them one higher. We'll go one higher there. And then I think I'm going to use the bulbs. I think the bulbs just make the most sense. Chests are superior storage. You much prefer the look of barrels. Yep. Be nice if there were a few more blocks types, like chests that were full blocks perhaps. Now, I feel like I should... Oh, wait. I'm just not looking close enough. These look very close to each other. Those are the ones that I'm looking for, so that's good. You saw how excited I was in XP's video. Oh, cool. He was recording that. Awesome. The community event should be giving gifts for FedExB to deliver dressed as Santa. That's funny. I like that idea. Yeah, no, a community event would be really cool. I just don't know what it might be. It might just be like going and trying to get a Nautilus again. I saw Pearl was trying to get the Coral Nautilus earlier. I want to engineer a farm. When I come back, I think the first project that I do might just be around getting some Nautilus stuff together. Got a whole bunch of ideas for that, and one of them would be building a farm to get a Coral Nautilus. Because in the past, I think it was season 6 or 7 of Hermitcraft, I built like this absolutely ridiculous fish farm where you can get like the head of every tropical fish, and it was just one of these like farming because you can type things, you know? And it was a really awesome project, really cool technical farm with some tricks involved and stuff, but like absolutely no real reason to use it. Did one person say 6 or 7 and then chat just descended into madness? Or oh, season 6. I said season 6 or 7. Ah, wow. Y'all are really like, you're upsetting yourselves. Do you know that you can hear someone say 6 or 7 and then you don't have to like go, ah, and have a meltdown? You know that's an option, right? There is an option to just not have a meltdown. You can thank me later. You weren't aware. I get it. You weren't aware. Now you are. I've changed your life forever. I want to put like a neutral color under this. You're not really going to see the color. I kind of feel like I just want a block that's like maybe brownish that we can repeat a bit. Oh, sound like spruce logs back there. You're not really going to see it underneath the floor unless you go looking for it. We'll put it behind and then copper on the sides, which means we've probably got all we need to do this. A couple of noises coming in here. We've got Alex Phillip with the Prime. Thank you so much for the Prime. And Elias, thank you ever so much for the raid. Welcome, people. Welcome, people. Let's go ahead and... this inventory stuff. This inventory stuff, I'll tell you. It's something. It's something, all right. That might not really be enough. Do that. Over a stack, maybe it is. I think I'm getting too old to know why people freak out about 6 and 7. Although I'm slightly younger than Gem and Pearl, though. I mean, that's young in my books. I wouldn't bring the word old into the mix. Yeah, and then we'll have our light sources about here. Oh, I think that might be too dim. I don't feel like I saw the light really change at all here, and I kind of want it to be a tiny bit brighter. Let's go fish out the other bulbs. I really should have got both. Should we change the age bot to 67? Yo, Springtime Latte, thank you for the Prime, and Kedron the Jester also coming in with a Prime subscription. Thank you so much, appreciate it. It reminds me to ask my mods if we have a tour prepared for today. Would be nice. Vanilla Tweaks is indeed the wax indicator. Alex Phillip, and thank you for subscribing, my dude. You sassed me last time, says Bear. Did I? I think, no, last time it was a group event, and I said that we wouldn't because it was a group event. I wasn't sass. Yeah, like, the last stream that I did was Sunday, which is our group event thing, and I wasn't going to do a tour on a group event. If it's a Hermitcraft, like, stream weekend thing, it just, I just think that's a good time to not do it. Because you're there to do something different anyway. Like, it's more like I'll do it on my own time kind of thing, you know? I'm really missing 3cam. Honestly, like, I've tried to use it as little as possible, but when you just want to zip round the corner, you see, that is almost the perfect light. I think if I just move it back by 1, it's in the perfect spot. I could also move it down by 1 to sort of achieve the same thing, and then fill up directly behind here with spruce to the top. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll move it down by 1. Gonna have to go repair that pick. Ha! Bear wants to make a naughty corner and send me there. Oh, I'll put on my dunce hat and stand here for the next bit of the stream, shall I? I'll just stand in here looking all sad. Someone tunes in and I'm just sobbing. That'll be an amazing time. Do we have an upcoming stream weekend? We don't. I would like to convince the Hermits to, on our first day meeting, to get like a couple planned out for January and ahead of time. I think it really helps to not only prepare them ahead of time, but to then be able to announce them in our videos, because the last couple we did, for me personally, it all came together a little late and I couldn't like announce it in my video, you know what I mean? So it'd be nice to have them come together like way ahead of time. MRN Ogard, thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription. Appreciate you, my dude. I went to press a button on the other screen and then I realized there isn't a Prime one, but actually I was going to do this because I'm going to drink some water now. You love that we're committing to the naughty corner a bit. Well, apparently a bit naughty. Sorry for doing a live stream. How dare I? Are you guys gonna be active in January? I know that's a slow YouTube month. Here's my theory and my philosophy on the whole January thing, right? Ad revenue goes down, people decide they're gonna take breaks. And like there's that kind of means there's less content being created around the place. Maybe it's not a bad time to make content if you want more people to watch, because money isn't everything. So in the past, I usually did the whole slow down in January, right? But then I thought, the thing with January is it's the coldest month of the year over here. Like, and it has some of the worst weather here in the UK. So it's kind of like the best month to be stuck inside, in my opinion. So for me, this January, although I'm going to shift gears and I'm going to have a different mind when it comes to making content, like a different mindset moving forward, like I'm not going to put myself on the treadmill. I will be probably at home just as much as I've been at home in December. So that means I'll have lots of time to work on concepts and ideas, and maybe that'll translate into more episodes. But yeah, that's kind of my take on the whole January thing. Is like, yeah, it's bad, but it can also be good in terms of viewership, right? You think winter is the height of content watching? You know, YouTube would have the answers. We can speculate, but YouTube has the statistics, right? Apparently we got a hype train rolling in. And the Puka was... Oh, before this stream, the Puka sent me level 10. He sent me level 10 today, but I didn't set it up because I'm in a rush. It's like... I say I'm in a rush. I'm trying not to be in a rush all the time, right? But it's more like, I need to start my stream now so that I get a little bit of guitar time, because I know I'm going to need it later. After 2 hours at the computer, I need to, like, switch up my gears. And then the rest of my evening, I've got chores to do. I've got this little thing, that little thing, you know. And one of those things is, and I'll make a note, it is to get it ready for the next stream. So, like, once I've played guitar and doing all this other stuff, you know. There you go. That's on the post-stream notes. I'll take care of that. We got Daedalus86 here with the Prime, and Relatable, thank you for gifting subs to Sonny J, One Grumpy Chicken, Eveline, Virus, and Rockstar Whoosh. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Be sure to say thanks to Relatable if you gifted a sub just then. If you heard your name being said. Hey, Xisuma, first 10 seconds I have ever watched a stream of yours. Really enjoy your YouTube episodes over the last seasons. Now I'm finally catching a stream whilst driving in ETS2. Now, the driving bit made my heart skip a beat, but then I realised you're probably... ETS2 is probably some sort of racing game, right? Like, if you said in my Tesla, I would have been like, oh, focus on the road, focus on the road. You know what I mean? Although, do you have to if you're in a Tesla? Doesn't that do some of the driving for you? I don't know. Have I been drinking eggnog again? Isn't that an alcoholic drink? Yo, Cosmic, thank you so much for subscribing, by the way. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Euro Truck Simulator, got ya. Yo, I've been watching Breaking Bad, right? And I've gotten to the bit where... The episode with the ATM where you see those two junkies in their house. Oh, some of this stuff, like, this is so difficult for me to watch this part of the season because that stuff makes my skin crawl. Like seeing heroin needles, and there's this house that Jesse ends up into, and it's just full of addicts and squalid living conditions. Oh, that stuff makes my skin crawl so bad. I worked a job in the past where I ended up in some places you do not want to end up, and saw stuff like that, and it makes my skin crawl so bad. I absolutely hate it. Yeah, that just popped into my mind. Like, you just finished Breaking Bad, says Terry. Were you watching it for the first time? It's such an amazing show. Oh, these are the wrong ones. This must be like my 5th or my 6th watch through, and I'm always amazed at how it still holds this feeling of like constantly getting better. Like and then you go back and watch it from the beginning, and it feels like it starts on a high, and then it just gets better. It's weird. Like I know I'm gonna continue watching it, you know, over the years. Just rewatch it every now and then. Mortal 000, thank you for the Prime, and Mini Squared, thank you for your Prime as well. Thank you so much for the amazing support, people. Right, now we need more honeycomb, and probably more copper blocks. With lots of interaction with people working in the medical sector, that kind of stuff does not really faze me anymore, says RGB Cube. I don't think it doesn't. My gut tells me it's not something that I would just tolerate with time, like become accustomed to. I have a real like skin itchy reaction to seeing needles and that kind of it's something about the way like drug addiction decimates like your body and who you are. It's Oh, it really gives me the chills. It really gives me the chills. Do tattoos bother you like that? No, tattoos are more just like, you know, that's not. I wouldn't want to do that to my body, but you know, you do you. That's how I feel about tattoos. It's just, I don't really like them. I don't want them on my body, but if that's what you want, go for it. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. It's the self-destruction, says Pitching Rocks. Yeah, it is, and like how the addiction to the drug, just all these other things in your life, like your own personal health and hygiene, just become secondary to the beast. It is so disheartening, and like, oh, it gives me the chills. Yo, real Thrymux, thank you ever so much for the cheers and biddies. Are you still in touch with any former hermits like Biffa, Python, or Jasassin? I revived some of your season 6 and remembered them. Yeah, I still talk to Biffa and Jasassin on occasion. Biffa's doing well with his channel, doing all the Skyline stuff, which is awesome. And Jasassin's still in our Hermitcraft Discord. He's a great guy, you know. He just, if he can help out on occasion, he'll help us out with something, which is awesome because he's a very technical, knowledgeable person, and he's helped us, you know, sort some stuff out with the server before and whatnot. Addiction is no joke. That is 100% true. It is no joke. It is no small thing. Unknown Gunner, thank you for gifting a sub to Meg's Legs. Hey Meg, your legs have been gifted a sub. We got Beta and Daniil here for 58 as well. Public service announcement. When the river starts rising and begins to roar, make sure you pack a bag and get in your boat because we're going whitewater rafting. That, I'm going to say that's a reference to something. When I started reading it, it almost sounded like a song. Thank you, my dude. False coming in with the raid. Thank you, False. Thank you ever so much. Welcome all the raiders. Let me tell you what we're doing. We're doing the most exciting Minecraft content you can do as a creator, which is placing and scraping blocks in a very, very unappealing place. Like, you're looking around and you're like, this is boring, this spot here. But don't worry, when we get done with this, you'll see the progress we've made on this room and you'll love it. Because this room is awesome. Thank you again, Falls. Hope you had a good raid. I've been chatting to my chat about maybe doing something special at Christmas. Just a little impromptu kind of Christmassy stream thing. Because once I finish my next couple of videos, however many days I have left till Christmas, I'm kind of hoping I can stream every day. And I already know there's one day, or maybe two, where I definitely won't be able to. So already as I explain this idea, I realize it's probably not going to shape up to more than 1 or 2 days. But I'm just seeing, like, I'm going to have this free time. I'm going to be on top of everything. Why don't we do some cool streaming stuff, you know? And I'm hoping, like, we can coordinate something together with other hermits and just, I don't know what it is, you know, group event, or like maybe chaining some of our streams together. So like over the Christmas, there's lots of Hermitcraft action. That's what I've been thinking anyway. You're down if you have anything in mind. Yeah, as we get a little closer and I get the time to think about it, I'll probably come up with something, right? Okay, so next thing we're going to do is try... Where did my torches go? Did I put my torches away? This inventory stuff is just... It's a laugh. You having a laugh? Is he having a laugh? Let's go get some torches. There we go. Wait, left side of inventory? They're soul torches, not redstone torches. But good. I mean, sort of like a good spot. Got those eagle eyes. I can tell you're not multitasking. Oh, I was about to say, does that stop you from opening the chest? Look, it doesn't. Let's now go check the other side before we finish this off. That is unfortunately a tiny bit... Wait, I placed the wrong type. I placed the wrong type. I wasn't going to place that type, so if that's too bright, this one forwarder block will probably be perfect. I hope. You see, I'm a Ricky Gervais fan. What are my thoughts on Afterlife? I'll say this. I'm a fan of Ricky's older stuff. Some of his new stuff I've not really been digging that much. Afterlife is amazing. Really cool show. Okay, let's go up here. I see JB was explaining the reference there from a show called Extras. Yeah, Extras is amazing. Like, The Office obviously is, you know, so ubiquitous, but The Extras was just as good, really. Just as good. Just such a brilliant piece of comedy. And every now and then I got to rewatch it, right? And I just finished rewatching it again. And he creates this show which there's actually a show on the BBC called, I think it's Mrs. Brown's Boys, and I really never liked this type of comedy. To me, it was always very, I don't know, just sort of crass and lowbrow, and very obvious and predictable. And it's funny that show exists, because on Extras, like, I feel like he makes a show like that to take the mick out of it, but at the same time, his little, you having a laugh? Is he having a laugh? It's proper funny at the same time. It's so weird how he does that. You love Mrs. Brown's Boys. Yeah, that is a strain of comedy that I cannot get into. It was brilliant with Derek, though, as well as his perspective on it was great, including Ben Stiller. Derek's another good show. I love all the shows he's done like that, really. They're all terrific. Might as well fill in a bit of this space, I guess. Right, that's that bit done, right? So now when we look like across this bit, it's actually complete. All those spaces filled in just make it so much easier on the eyes to look at. We've balanced the light really well. It's not too dark. It is a little uniform on this side. To be fair, it's kind of symmetrical with the glow lichen up the top there. Now we get to start to turn our attention to other parts of this room. I don't like that trapdoor there. It'd be kind of nice if there was another way to hold back that water. Could actually... What happens if I... okay, a little bit of a thought here. Gonna use a brain cell. That's not a... No, it'll flow out. Yeah, because it's a source block. Right. Now, for the coming down one, I don't have to have the trapdoors, so maybe I swap them around? Might be an idea. And I kind of love the idea of actually having an up and down just in this space here. Copper pressure plate, does that exist? It doesn't, but I could actually replace it with another pressure plate. But I see why you said copper, because of the block palette, right? You know, if I really wanted to, I could just fix another one right here. And it could just go down into that space. Or I could possibly push them back a little bit. Like, I don't have to technically have that one there. I don't have to have either of them here. I could just redesign them into this space, is kind of what I'm getting at. I do, on one hand, I kind of want to avoid getting too finicky about stuff. But anyway, that would put like an up and down in this area here. It would probably be hard to push it back another block due to the amount of stuff in that area. Maybe I won't focus on that for now. Maybe I'll just like turn my attention over here for a little bit. Get a few more of these blocks together. I'll tell you what I could really do with is lots more building blocks, so... Let's go ahead and scrape these and then wax them. We're digging one block down, stop the water pouring out. Now we just, I did just experiment with that a second ago. They're source blocks. They're not flowing water, so they would come out. Embrace the quirkiness, X. I'd like to, but I'm not sure it's going to achieve the look that I want in here, if that makes sense. Like, when the room was bigger, it kind of made sense, but the room's gotten smaller, and we're going to line it up with that entrance, and now it's like, I don't think it serves that purpose anymore. It's sort of the problem I'm seeing here. But anyway, there's other bits that I think I can see coming together relatively straightforward, so I'll just do those bits first, build them up, and then start to see if other stuff comes together after. That's annoying. Does liking hold back water? It does. Yep, that's a good suggestion. Lots of more blocks means lots more options complaining about inventory. Yeah, and also just like option fatigue, I guess you could call it. Like, when you had less building materials, in a way it was kind of simpler to pick which one you want to use, right? So sometimes what can be overwhelming is just too much choice. And I'm the kind of person that can easily be overwhelmed by that sort of thing. And definitely do get overwhelmed by it in Minecraft, but what's helping me lately, I think, is having a bit more of like a decision, not a decision, sorry, a vision or a concept behind what you're doing. It helps better inform the choices that you make, and so you get less caught up in like all these blocks you could use. Because if you're trying to tell a bit more of a story and there's rhyme and reason to why you've got certain things the way they are, some of those block choices become a lot easier, you know? Right, stuff to be sorted back through again. We'll put into here for now. And I'm going to move them into there. Right, now I know that somewhere around here this stuff's going to turn into deep slate tiles. And I'm kind of running low on deep slate. I actually probably need to go mine some, believe it or not. Grab one from Tesco. It's only 8. They're still open. What am I grabbing from Tesco? Why did I choose to read that message? Since you have a copper storage system, are you going to ditch the shulkerbox system then, X? I don't know what you're asking, Blooming. Shulkerbox system? You're not suggesting that I'm going to ditch the thing that I've built. Impulse might be able to barter deep slate. Can you barter deep slate? I wasn't sure that was a thing. I've got a good idea of what I'm going to do here. Yeah. X is reading all the message tapped to bear. Well, they don't say at bear, so how would I know? Ooh, I might have some more of those to go pick up, and those ones need weathering. I kind of feel like I should have a lot more of those. I feel like I've done this a couple of times now. Deep slate is non-renewable. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's non-renewable. You have to go mine it. I think they mean with a hermit for shulker shells. Yeah, I don't know what they mean. I'm not following, that's for sure. Relax, I absolutely could. However, my nearest Tesco doesn't have tape for some reason. Wait, so y'all are talking to Bear about going to Tesco's? Right. I mean, I guess just, you know, if you don't want me to read those messages, take them somewhere else. These are the ones that I want right here. God, I'm going to have to go repair this thing, aren't I? Ah! Actually, do you know what? I think I might want to mix in a few of these. I mean, the thing that I would normally do is I would have all of these ones and scrape them down, right? But if I know I'm going to use some, why not grab them now while they're already like that? You're back, what did you miss? Depends on when you left. think that'll do for now. How does Mogswamp get his deep slate? Oh, well, you've come to the right place because, you know, I am Mogswamp's personal assistant and know how they get their deep slate. So I'll happily answer that question for you, my dude. Have a gold star in the process. Yeah. That's a nice little pop, but what we put behind it will probably do a lot more for this process. By the way, this iron farm just constantly pumps iron out, and I've barely put any thought into it. Just crazy. Just crazy. Did you ever sleep or did you pull the all-nighter like you were saying to Pearl? I pulled the all-nighter. Evening, excellent chat. Just 100% God of War Ragnarok, and now starting The Last of Us, and while watching my favourite streamer, life is good. Glad you enjoyed it, my dude. Glad you're enjoying it. I have like no appetite to play games anymore. You thought I was Mumbo's secretary, not Mogswamp's. I'm also Mumbo's secretary. Come on now, keep up with the times. This is going to line up quite nicely, I think. And this is the bit of the room where I know how it's going to come together, so we'll keep putting it together, you know. Minecraft is not just a game. Yeah. So, for me, like, the thing about Minecraft as a game is that you put the content into it. You put your creativity into this game, and I love that. And when I do play other games, they're either puzzles or games that you put your creativity into. I do have a few little niches that I like. I was really into, like, card building, roguelike deck building stuff, but I've well and truly gotten my fix for that. I've tried to play a few more games like that recently, and I've not enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a strange old thing, but I want to create. I want to do. I want to, like, play guitar, which brings me, like, a load of joy and pleasure. I'm learning the piano. That's awesome. I like getting outside, getting some exercise, but just playing a game, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not doing anything when I'm playing a game. I need to do something. You know, like, I need to build a base. Right? I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. Have I tried Balatro? I have, yeah. It was like, that game blew up. Gave it a go. It was interesting, but I was like, I've seen this, you know, I've played this before. This is like all of those other games, and it's just moved these little pieces together and found a little groove, and it's familiar, but I just cannot put time into it because I don't know. Vamp, you've been following for 10 years. Wow, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Am I going to learn music theory? I was learning music theory, and I've learned a fair bit that's quite applicable, but with the start of Season 11, I haven't kept up my studies at all. Like, I did have a bit of time each day for it, but then I put that time back into this. And you know what? I've been thinking, like, in January, I want to go over my workout routine and, like, kind of shift gears again and put a bit more time into the working out and stuff. So, like, I might bring back my little... I used to have a breakfast before working out, and then while I was eating that, I would do my music theory and some other learning stuff. It's funny how I'm really enjoying the PlayStation exclusives on Steam with Horizon God of War. Yeah, I think the age of the exclusives is dwindling as far as I can tell. It's never been a good thing. Always been very anti-consumer, but you know, their time might be up. Right, I reckon a full bar of that. Those there. Bit of that. Actually, maybe that bar at the top doesn't work. Maybe it's a little too low now. Yeah, that's definitely the right way to go about it, isn't it? Definitely the right way to go. We can also go up there and put in some more mud, which I put to one side. X, could you by any chance choose my next hair color? It can be any color / multicolored. Rainbow. Full rainbow. You have to do it now. You don't know what you signed yourself up for, did you? You gotta do a full rainbow. Don't make me mad. Don't make me sad. Nah, seriously, you can do what you want. We're getting a Wells raid coming in. We're getting a Wells raid coming in. Thank you, Wells, for the raid. Welcome all the raiders to the base. We're just doing some light building, taking our time, throwing together this room here. It's amazing how long something like this can take sometimes. You just gotta slowly work through all the little details, pulling everything together. But we're making decent progress, actually. Decent progress. Alright, so it ends about there. And now I can't see what I'm doing. And that's the roof for now. These heads have got to get moved somewhere else. They're just. Oh wait, this is a bad time. Look at my inventory. This is a bad time. Need to tidy something up a little bit here. Which part of the castle did he build today? I wouldn't know. I don't know why you're asking me. I don't know why you're asking me. What used to go in that? Oh, that used to go in that there. There you go. Well, that's that one solved. Ooh, I've only got 9 left. Let's go restock. Let's see how much chicken we got back. Oh, this is great. This is great. I'm forever going over there and tweaking the farm and fixing issues. And I feel like we've had our guy working on the chicken farm on a good streak, doing all the work. Hatching the eggs for us. I love that project. Like, to have a little copper golem operate your farm is just a beautiful thing. And not spiritually, not like, oh, I'm just here pretending to work, like actually doing the job, right? It actually does the job. No one else does it. Right, I'm pretty confident that in these corners we're going to have copper blocks again. So we'll do that next. Need that inventory stretcher? What's an inventory stretcher? Not heard of that before. Right, probably don't actually need all of that extra that stuff right now. Probably done with the mud for a little bit. Yeah, we know what we're doing. We're working. Oh, I'll put the axe away. You see, you're trying to clear out your inventory and it's just like, no, I need that again. Anyway, chat, ask me. Oh wait, that you're in the wrong position. Ask me some questions. What are we going to talk about while we do this next bit? I should be capable of talking at the same time because this is significantly less brain activity required for this next bit. I hope. Famous last words and all. What bands have you seen live / want to see? Great question. I've seen most of the bands that I want to see live as it goes. I was recently thinking, I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about like how as you get older you experience less like great moments in your life, and they were trying to quantify this into some sort of like age parameter, and like, oh, you know, you go to gigs and it's not the same anymore. And I thought, I don't agree with this. I still love going to gigs, still have a great time. And just recently, I went to one of the best gigs ever. Like, no doubt. Up there with Slipknot 09 at Download Festival. And that was watching Turnstile at Ali Pali. That was just such a phenomenal show. Such a phenomenal show. You can still have them. You can. I mean, and like a couple of years ago, I went and saw Korn down in London as well, and that was just like losing my mind. Absolutely losing my mind. I play guitar every day, and it's different every day, but like very often do I just get the chills and completely get engrossed in what I'm doing. What do you think of Slipknot's new drummer? Don't know, don't care, basically. No offense to whoever they are, just the age of being invested in Slipknot, kind of bit past it. Like, I was into them when they broke out and when their identities were a mystery, like a real mystery. You know, this is a different time where they could conceal their identities, and it was very unusual and like a big mystery, and really fed into the image of the band. But over the years, that's just become a little less interesting to follow, I think. I am, however, looking forward to that album that they might release. Clown said, and Clown has a Discord server and a Minecraft Realms server, which just cracked me up. But yeah, they might be releasing this album that they wrote, but it was very different, so they didn't release it at the time. And there's this whole thing about it coming out or not coming out, and I think if they do bring it out, it'll be awesome, and so I'm excited for that. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, honestly, this could probably do with being recessed a block and then giving a bit more space and depth to these bits here. Now, I had this idea about putting iron bars in this space and letting you see a bit of the redstone, but kind of gone off that idea a little bit. Let's follow this other idea. If I do go and recess this a little bit, we just give a little bit of extra dimensionality to this part of the room. We've got plenty of space on this side for that to happen. And then maybe some stuff over here lines up a little different. I'm not sure. Yeah. Anti-Brint says, I really want to see Turnstile. Hey man, whenever you get the opportunity, definitely go for it. What's the genre of music you can't really get into? Like hardstyle and gabba. Never done it for me, which is... I always find it really weird because I really like aggressive, obnoxious music, but those styles just don't do it for me. Put shelves. Oh, that's a great suggestion. Mez, that's a great suggestion. Shelves would fit into that space really well. It's just a case of like which one. I can't help but feel mangrove or maybe a cha-cha. I like that suggestion. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yo, Dick Girl 13. Good to see ya. Thank you for 32 months. Woo. Hey, we got loads of those to try. And just a few of them. Since you're oxidizing, will I turn into a statue? I don't know, man. If I turned into a statue, I couldn't really play much anymore. Okay. Okay. That is the third time that... Oh, don't make me shoot my own stuff. That's the third time that a skeleton has spawned in that area. And, like, come shooting for me. But I go around there with mini HUD on and I can't find anything. And whenever I noticed whenever I load this up, lights are always off and speed is on. It's really weird because like when I exit the game, it should. Do you know what? When I've been exiting the game, I've been getting crash reports, even though it doesn't feel like the game crashes. So maybe there's something to that. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't have the free cam to look up in that space. Maybe there's a spot up there, but everything is properly lit. When I get 3cam back, there'll probably be some nook or cranny somewhere where it spawns. But yeah, very, very strange. Got to keep an eye out for that because you don't want it to be a creeper, right? The second it's a creeper, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Right. So that I think already probably introduces a bit too much of a color clash. Like we got a quite. Oh, there's a little detail for you. We've got quite a tone in this room that we don't really want to split from, you know? I'm actually going to get rid of that one there as well. And let's go for some stairs over there. We'll do with a few more stairs. Which I think I was also... Wasn't I trying to place those up here? I think I was. I think I was also trying to place them up there. Right. This is how we fill in this little bit of space. Very nice. Probably end up mirroring it on the opposite side, so why not? This is my little AFK hole, just in case you're wondering. And then rip out all of that. Why are you trying to not use free cam? I'm trying to not use it because I feel like it breaks immersion. There are times and places to use it, I'll give you that. I'm not against using it entirely. It's just, I was reading comments at the end of the season on my own videos and in Reddit threads, and a common thing that kept coming up was people were saying that they didn't like the use of free cam because someone would like turn up at someone's base and be like, look at this cool thing that I made, and then all of a sudden they're in free cam mode flying around looking at it. Now that's great for looking at something easily, but it kind of takes you out of the game a little bit. And I thought that was actually like really good feedback. And I decided, okay, I'm going to try and use free cam less. And when you try and use it less, you do realize, okay, there's a lot of times this is useful. But there are times when it's not so much that it's useful, you just get lazy. You just want to take a shortcut. And I don't think you should do that when you're on camera. I think it's good to try and stay immersed in the world that you've created, right? So I've taken that feedback on board. I really like it. I think it's a good point. And I would like to, yeah, just sort of lower the use of free cam. Now, for some technical stuff, maybe I'm not doing a lot on camera and it's a handy little shortcut, fair enough. But like, if we're streaming, if we're recording, got to try and use it as little as possible is kind of my philosophy now. You're used to not using free cam since you mainly play on Bedrock. Yeah, well, I guess if you're playing on Bedrock, that would be the case, right? Ain't got a choice. Ain't got a choice over there. I think I need some scaffolding back here is what I need. You suggest Set It Off's self-titled album for a listen. I think I've tried to listen to them a few... Another... Wait, and a spider. Where are you coming from? Where are you coming from? Maybe... Was the spider... Was the skeleton on the spider? Because I don't think it can dismount unless the spider gets killed. Maybe it's up there. Actually, that might be the spot. That might be the spot. That would make sense. Because I've recently just started working on that area, right? Here comes the spider. Get absolutely wrecked. Oh wait, no, there's posts. Oh wait, up, yeah, a little bit higher. That's where they can spawn. Okay, we need 3 carpet blocks. And another one here. Oh wait, I can see it further down. Take 3 of those, please. Actually, probably grey would look better. We've got a noise in here. It's Yellick here for 12 months. A whole year. Thanks so much, my dude. Appreciate you. I thought I saw another spider. It was just those things. There we go. Yeah, thank you, Yellick. Whole year. Isn't there a thing for that? No, so I got a Twitch baby emote, not a whole year emote though. Where did the idea of my Minecraft skin come from? Doom. Because it's Doom guy. Oh, they render kind of crazy with the honey around them. With the wax, even. Oh, we're going to have to take a trip to the end. Gonna have to take a trip to the end. I got a feeling I'm probably going to like put this in and then be like, actually, I'm not so sure if I like it like that. Maybe I can make the entrance wider. Like, what if this came to here? Would that look better? Maybe make these too wide? I don't know. I don't think having a super wide entrance would be too much of a problem. You was hoping and grudging the pick would break. Why would you hope for that? That would be awful. This took a long time to make. Yeah, I think we go there. Put one over here, one over there. Add some stairs, like that. A little bit of falling down action. Actually, yeah, I think that's not so bad, it being wider. How wide was it over here? It was 3 wide there, and then we had 4, but now we've made it 6. I think it's fine like that. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I am also wondering. Okay, these blocks here, definitely. But I'm kind of wondering something. Like, what about having more of those copper pillars just here? No, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. Or maybe it does. Right, I'm going to use that as like a bit of a placeholder. Really need to find somewhere else for that bed to go, that's for sure. I mean, it's just a little too narrow when you do it like that. Just a little too narrow. I think we'll be fine without these pillars here. Just one big open entrance. And then maybe like whatever material is on the other side comes into this room a little bit. Probably look kind of good. Maybe even it's like higher up. Like you walk in at that height and drop down a little bit. There's lots we could do here. Let's put that there. Do this. Right, then we got to put in a whole bunch of the slabs up the top there. Do I have a bunch already? I got 4. Put in a few more. It's very dark over here, isn't it? This part of the base gets a bit too dark. We've got to assess the lighting around here again. I guess you probably want some stone there. It looks awesome. Oh, thanks. Scar and Skiz in the chat. I think they're talking to each other, dude. But darkness isn't an issue for the entrance, is it? Might be, might not. I'm not sure. It didn't look right to me. I've also got a feeling that we'll probably put something a bit brighter on the opposite side here. But like it feels like there could be a light source in there. This feels a little too dim. But I think the remedy is pretty obvious. You've got hoppers that let light through. And we've even got a soul torch on us, so if we bop down into here, am I going to get stuck inside this thing? If I put a soul torch right there, that's probably enough light. That's really nice. That's a really nice balance. I think you can maybe make it 1 block further forward, which can also be done. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's a nice touch. And then, you know, I look at this part of the room and I'm feeling like these pipes, I just don't think it's going to work for some reason. I don't think it's going to work. I think we're going to move them. I think we're going to move them into this space here. And we can just make them flat with the floor. They don't have to look like this. This can just go back to how it was before. That chest, you know, doesn't really need to be there. I never really found a spot for an ender chest. I've just been using this here. Let's go ahead and put it there now. I think it's also probably time for us to... Might need that again to go to the end. Yeah. Oh, look. Another little spot that something can spawn. That's because we took away that light source. Right, that made a mess. That was a great idea, that was. If we're going to have stuff there, where do I put my, like, temporary storage bits? I mean, I could put a chest there. It wouldn't look very elegant. We're going to use that one and that one. Wait a minute. Can I literally just put it back here and solve my lighting problem? Wow. Ingo the Elytras, they're kind of important. Wait, are those my wings that should be in my shulker box? It's possible. It's entirely possible. Right. I feel like that's everything. Let's break this. Okay, we don't want that. We don't want those. Or this. Or the beds. Or the ender pearls. Or the rockets. I think that's about right. Okay, before we go to the end, we'll experiment a little bit. So we can put our water thing there. We can even put it back a block. Probably the same for that one. Okay, I think this is going to work. Oh, gonna have to adjust some stuff in this room by the looks of it. Which probably won't be too painful. It's a bit obvious if you know what you're looking for, right? That kind of thing. We'll give it a bit more shape by doing that. And then coming around here. Closing that little gap off. Right, and then we're going to have it drop down there. And drop down the opposite side. Now, there's a slight problem with this one, which is that it's water. So I guess I break the blocks and then fill them in. That was weird. We've got a light source coming. Oh, that's a slab. Right. Well, I've got one more block of that, and that solves that problem. So it just about fits in here, which to me, that often feels like a bit of a sign, you know? When you could just about squeeze something into a different space. It's like, maybe it was supposed to go here instead. So yeah, we'll put them in one block further recessed. I think we got a plan. That's nice. We sussed that one out. Good stuff. I still kind of want an anvil up the top there. We've got some noises coming in. We got Timo DeRose here with the Prime and D says Q. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's go check our ender chest. No, apparently... Oh yeah, I made a backup pair. I remember now. I made a backup pair. Right. It's a good thing I didn't chuck those at Gem, because I didn't exactly think about it for too long when I chucked her the wings. I could have accidentally given her a pair of my own. But we didn't do that. That's okay. Where are we going to put some more of these things? Did I put the glow lichen away? I think I did. Soul torch can go away. Regular torches. Brilliant. Sometimes with this inventory management stuff, you just got to put in a little bit of effort. But we're all lazy, we know that. We're all lazy, that's the problem. X, about smaller copper arc in the inner side of the outer arc. At the place where you tried those copper blocks earlier. That would be about 4 wide, I guess. I don't know where you meant, but you just reminded me of something. You did just remind me of something kind of important. I've been thinking about moving one of my other projects into this area, and if I add these things here, it means I've got even less space to work with. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's going to crush me now. That's going to crush me. Because if I... Or I could maybe do some redstone and turn this into an up and down elevator on its own. And if I put... Oh, hang on a second. Might go in a totally different direction now. if I put glow lichen above and below, that's going to flow over there. That's fine. It sort of puts a little light in this area. And oh, that's good. I think I might change this to be an up and down combo. I'm going to have to think about that, because when you're at the top and you want to go down, how do you change it? Well, there's not a lot of room for hiding redstone. Unless it's down by default and you go up for a short amount of time and then back down again. That could work. That could actually work, and then we wouldn't do this thing here. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, ideas are obviously in progress here. I was trying to sort out this inventory a little bit, though. Let's go back down. A shrieker. I don't think we need a shrieker for it, no. And I haven't visited the deep dark yet, so I'm glad if I could avoid that for a little while longer, because that might be embarrassing. I think I need another shulker box. I want to put all the copper stuff in a shulker box together, right? Now we're getting somewhere with this inventory, you see. Glow lichen goes back. That goes back. Do I want to repair any other stuff? I don't really need to. Okay. We're good. I like this. Yeah, I think we're going to swap that out with redstone. That's the way we'll do that one. Now that we've found a way to get rid of those trapdoors. Alright, so backup wings and rockets in here. And off we go to the end dimension. Hello, X. I've been enjoying your streams a lot recently. Got me into Minecraft again. Oh, that's awesome to hear. That's awesome to hear. Callie says, I believe he explained the process in the chicken farm video. I already know. Will you ever do a video on the pathfinding of the golems and how that chess trick works? I'm really interested in that. Yeah, that's what the episode was about, right? So if you've not seen the episode on it, then just go check it out. I think it's episode 2, right? Or maybe 3. You're wondering what the inspiration for Soulside Eclipse was. Do you mean the name? Or just the music? Callie says, how far does a breeze launch you up? Not that far. Oh, I won't do that. Like, that's one of the things I don't like about the wind charges. There isn't like an AFK farming method for them. Well, there is, but it's very slow. And so it kind of puts me off, you know, having to put all that effort into restocking it constantly. You missed that somehow. Thank you. Yeah, it was like a whole episode that I did on the chicken farm. The music mainly, but curious about both. Well, the name came to me when I was probably ever taking. Oh wow, ever taking the music. I feel like I have to find out who left that there now. I'm sorry. If we teleport someone over here, it's funny. Oh my god, it was Scar! Yo!
What in the world?
What were you doing? What were you doing? He can't hear me. Scar, what were you doing, my dude?
What are you doing? How did I get here? I'm talking to Skiz in the shopping district.
Oh, that's so funny. Dude.
What happened? Where
there was
the
an
heck
ender
am
pearl.
I?
There was an ender pearl here.
Where am I? Why are we in the end?
Dude, don't stand there. Don't stand there. I'm worried about you falling off the edge. Whew.
I'm gonna... Dude, I had a heart attack and I think I'm gonna need a change of drawers.
I'm sorry, it was so tempting. There was an ender pearl.
To what?
You must have thrown one, right? Do you remember throwing one out here?
Throw what? Dude, I am shook, shocked, and befuddled. Why am I here?
Okay. I think, you know, Cub's here. He might be up to some shenanigans. Maybe he did something. Do you not recall throwing an ender pearl whilst in the end dimension?
No.
Because there was one bobbing up and down right here.
Using that because I don't have wings.
All right, let's recreate what just happened. If you aim directly downwards, throw your ender pearl, and then just step away after, right? Okay, you need to aim into the water.
Okay, I'm assuming my eyes, they just aren't what they used to be. Okay.
That's it. Step back. Right.
Okay, I'm back.
I came here, Cub, check this out. I came here and I saw this ender pearl, and I was like, oh, maybe we should leave that alone. And then I was like, no, be mischievous. Boom, all of a sudden skulls over here.
Do you think that I had this in my inventory when I went up the water chute? Like, I just released it?
You could have done. Maybe. And then it would have been above you before this roof was made. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how that happened.
Well, if you pressed it at the right time and it went above you, maybe you walked out of here, just headed off, and then it fell directly down into the water.
Oh my gosh. So when I was working in the shopping district, I was literally like racing for time, and everywhere I went, I was going like this.
So you accidentally created a stasis chamber.
I don't know how that's possible. I have no idea.
That's so funny.
I was recording a clip with Skiz, and you literally terrified me.
That's great.
So funny.
That's great.
What's going on here, by the way, with all this cheese?
Cub's been up to stuff, I think. What have you been up to, Cub?
We're having a good end this season, boys. We're having a good end. Let's go.
Wait. Is it the end of the season?
No, we're having a good end dimension.
This is the end of the season, isn't it? Right here?
What?
This is the end of our season?
No.
I go back to Skiz. I don't want to end the season. I'm having fun.
Guys. Now the Endermite's gonna get me. Oh. No. People ain't listening. This is the season's end right here, isn't it? It's the season's end.
This is the season's end.
Every season has an end. So are you going out as far as you can see?
I'm gonna try to.
Because of like Bobby mod and distance mods, it might get a bit wild. But I like the idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go out as far as that seems reasonable,
Yeah. Crazy. Oh, that's mad. Just flattening the end. And are you even putting back the obsidian, or did you just... Oh, is this like way above where it normally is?
No, this is at the portal height.
Oh, okay. Did you put the obsidian back then?
Somebody spawned the dragon.
So
it regenerated the pillars.
Got ya. Well, it's pretty cool. I like it. Are you going to go any further with it, do any other decoration stuff? Or is it just flattening?
I think so,
for now?
yeah. I think maybe do some decoration and stuff, yeah.
Sweet.
A little bit. Just basic stuff, but yeah.
I appreciate a nice end dimension,
Yeah.
Cool.
Should be cool.
All right, dude. I'm going to go repair my gear. See you around.
All right. Cheers.
End flashes, chat. Yeah, that's what you're seeing. All the lighting changing. That was pretty funny. This is me turning a new leaf, which sounds really strange, but I have always been the one to like. I wouldn't normally do that. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to disrupt anything. I don't want to cause any chaos. Now I am like trying to be more mischievous, and that's like let's use curry, okay? Some of the hermits are like Madras, right? And then you got your Vindaloo. That's Graham, by the way. I'm like leveling up from a korma right now. I'm becoming a chicken tikka masala, Speaking of which, yesterday I ordered myself a big fat curry. Okay, haven't done one of those in a while. Absolutely loved it. Got recommended another place in town that does curries. Heard of them before. But got a recommendation. Hey, give this place a try. It's really good, right? Now I've done all my going through the menu, trying all the different curries. I know like variety is the spice of life and that, but because I don't have them that much anymore, when I get them, I tend to just like to have my bog standard favorite, which is like a chicken tikka masala. They happen to do one with multiple different meats in it, which I thought was really cool, like lamb, chicken, and some other stuff. I will go for an onion bhaji, and I'll have a sag paneer or just a sag bhaji, and I absolutely love it. A bit of poppadom as well, crush it up, put it into the bowl, mix it with some of the sauce. Oh, great. Absolutely great. And I also got a reshmi kebab, which is this amazing meat, very red meat. Red as in coloured, though, like not red meat. Anyway, and it's cooked with an egg. I absolutely love it. And this chicken tikka masala tasted like the old favourite. There was this one place in town, it shut down a few years after the pandemic, and like it was the place that I would always order from. And if it still existed, I would always order from this one place. Like it It was the best by a stretch, and they had the nicest chicken tikka masala you could ever find. And this one actually tasted the closest to that one, to that classic one that I can no longer get. So I was pretty stoked, you know. Yesterday, ordered a curry, and it was absolutely banging. It hit the spot, and now I regret talking about it because I feel very hungry. Oh, mistakes were made!
Some XP, but you want it to look better from this side, so I have a plan to basically...
Where is Cub? Why can I hear he's flying around? We can hear Cub. You don't know anything about curry, you don't like spicy foods. Hey, Fangirl, if ever you have the option to have a curry, start with a korma. It's like not even spicy. Kids can have it. It's like garlicky, if anything. Unless you can't even do garlic as a spice. To which I say, ouch. Because that's a lot of stuff that you can't eat. Butter chicken. I've never had the butter chicken dish, actually. That's one that's eluded me now I think about it. Anyway, we were just saying, like, in terms of spicy ratings, I'm migrating from a korma to a chicken tikka masala. One day I might become a madras. Oh yeah, and then there's that problem. This time I didn't have the teleport message. Oh, I do not know what is going on with the world spawn out here. Oh, everyone's talking about their favorites. It seems like butter chicken is getting a lot of love. What is butter chicken taste like? Because butter is not spicy, right? And it doesn't feel like a great frame of reference for figuring out what the flavor is. Like, what is the butter chicken one? Can y'all explain it to me? You remove your bed from earlier as well. The comment about not getting a message in chat is just related to me trying to diagnose what's going on with our world spawn. And we've gone from like having a message to not, and I just don't know what it means. Butter chicken is a very American version of Desi food, like a creamy tiki masala. Okay. Less spicy tikka, similar to a korma. Sounds like I would enjoy it. Sounds like I'd enjoy it. You know, another one that's really mild is pasanda, but it tends to be like a more of a bitter, not a sweet flavor. But if you get the right balance, a pasanda can be a really nice mild curry. But yeah, I'll try butter chicken next. I don't know when I'm next going to have a curry, but I should probably tick that one off the list. How do you work the confetti creeper pack to actually have creeper explosions? I don't know what the confetti creeper pack is, so can't help you there. What's my favorite dish? It is chicken tikka masala. I can't, you know, it's classic. We love it over here in Britain. But I'm a big fan of patia, is it? The patia, the sweet and spice. I like a dansak as well. Dansak's really good. The ones that I haven't really gone for are like vindaloo and the really spicy ones. I tried a boona once and it was a bit... and then I tried that Josh Rogan one, is it? Tried that one as well. Oh yeah, I can drop items into here and they'll go up into the sorting system above, which is kind of cool. Anyways, big progress in here. Balancing the light, figuring out the entrance. It's looking real good. I do think I might try something different with that entrance now, actually. I might try something with a few slabs. Beef vindaloo. Wow. Yeah, beef doesn't come up on the menu a lot. I don't really recall seeing like a beef dish. It's usually like lamb and chicken. And for some reason, that's all my brain's going to give me right now. Lamb and chicken. Thanks, brain. I'm sure there's more than that. Yeah, chow mein earlier. That sounds nice. Yeah, I had today, my dishes were... First meal of the day was ramen. Made some homemade ramen. Chicken ramen. And then second meal of the day was like a Singapore style spicy like egg and king prawn with rice and peas. Lovely. That does not look right. I think I added a slab there that doesn't need to be there. That looks better to me. A nice big arch. And I've oh my god, I've got the idea. The idea. I know what's going to go the other side of this. Yes. Yes. I'm having a little bit of a vision right now. Okay. But yeah. Alright, we did a lot today. We got a lot of stuff figured out. I need my break. And I've still got loads more to do in here. But thank you for joining me on this live stream. Let me go see who's like... Do you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to go find another hermit right now. Because last time I did that, I ended up losing loads of guitar time. Which is so silly. It's so silly. Oh, Scar was live. I wasn't aware that Scar was streaming. If you want to see Scar, stick around. We'll go raid Scar. Since we just said hello to him. Seems like a good time to say hello. Heart Gamer says, assuming it's his guitar time, it is absolutely true. Peeps, I will be back again on Thursday if all goes to plan. But things might change because it's the Christmas time, so it's all touch and go. Probably stream on the weekends as well, but we'll wait and see. Thank you for your amazing support. If you would like to see some more Hermitcraft action, stick around. We got Scar who's streaming, so yeah. Thank you, people. Have a great evening. Enjoy whatever you're up to, and I'll see you soon with another one. Take care. Bye-bye.